Good morning everyone. Today I am here with new lesson from class 9, A Truly Beautiful Mind from your Beehive textbook. The lesson will give us the biography of Sir Albert Einstein, the legendary figure. We shall now read about a genius German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. In the summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession four groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy. His work took up only a few pages in scientific journals, but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and the entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. Whenever we talk about genius, there are many adjectives comes in our mind: limitless, timeless, focused, dedication, imaginative, humble, generous, kind, and intellectual, intelligent. Many more adjectives you can add here, but the most important was humanitarian, means being human at the first, being a good citizen, being a good countryman, and being a good partner or the serviceman. As the title suggests, a truly beautiful mind. And when we deal about the brain or the mind of Einstein, Albert Einstein, a legendary figure, a genius, so the beautiful mind somewhere strike us that how a mechanical mind, how a mind of a genius, how a mind of a legendary figure like Albert Einstein can be beautiful. Both seems contrary, but yes, it's true. As a truly beautiful mind, how it will be, we'll come to know about this more in this lesson at the end. All these qualities of Sir Albert Einstein made him a legend, and after 50 years of his death, still all his ideas, all his researches, and all his sayings are still reigns. Albert Einstein says, unleash your imagination and commentary will play. Let's begin with the lesson. Sir Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. So, when Einstein was born, no one thought that he would become one of the greatest thinkers of our time. Rather, his mother thought he was unusual because his head was too large. He also couldn't speak until he was 2.5 years old. When he did speak, he repeated everything twice. Otto Nussbaum, the historian of ancient mathematics, told a story about the boy Einstein that he characterizes as a legend, but that seems fairly authentic. As he was a late talker, his parents were worried. At last, at the supper table, one night he broke his silence to say, "The soup is too hot." Greatly relieved, his parents asked why he had never said a word before. Albert replied, because up to now everything was in order. He also didn't know how to interact with other children, so they called him Brother Boring and left him alone. so most of the time he played by himself. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maza, he is said to have fine, but where are her wheels? So, in a human child, also he wanted to see wheels at that particular age. At school, his headmaster told his father that he would never achieve success in any profession. Although Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to do that. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He scored good marks in high school and he just felt suffocated by school restrictions and therefore often argued with his teachers. During this time, Albert's parents moved to Milan. Einstein obtained their permission to go to Switzerland to complete his studies. Then he decided to go to university in Zurich for higher education. It was there he met a fellow student, Mileva Maric, whom he found to be a clever creator. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degree. Thus she had moved to Switzerland because it had one of the few universities where women could get degree. Albert and Mileva fell in love. His mother, however, didn't approve of Mileva. She thought Mileva was too much like Einstein. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. Despite that, Einstein married her in 1903 and they had 2 sons. However, a few years later, they divorced. And later, Einstein married his cousin Elsa the next year. While these personal events were going on, Einstein had completed his studies. He started working as a teaching assistant. He also gave private lessons. Finally, he took a job as a technical expert in a patent office. While he was supposed to be working, he developed his own ideas. One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, 2 perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey. If one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other, from this followed the world's most famous formula which describes the relationship between mass and energy. E equals to mc square. On the jokes apart, Albert Einstein once says that when you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. But when you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That's relativity. This led to the publication of his own journal, Theory of Relativity, which proposed that the time and space weren't fixed entities. The newspapers called it a scientific revolution, and Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein immigrated to the United States. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Many of them had fled from fascism just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned a single bomb of this time exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territories. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Einstein was deeply affected by this incident. He wrote a letter to the United Nations proposing the formation of a world government. A world government is single political authority governing all of Earth. This time, however, no one listened. Einstein, undaunted for an end of arms build-up and campaigned for peace and democracy. So, upon his death, he was not only known as a scientific genius but also as a visionary and a world citizen. Here we can learn the lesson that how genius you can be, how mechanical one's brain may be, but at every human being, the most important is his heart full of love, his heart who wants harmony and peace all around, and one who raises his voice against any kind of injustice, any kind of destructive mindset and the policy to establish peace in the world. Before we finish with this lesson, there are 10 lessons which we can learn and which every child should learn from legendary figure, the genius Sir Albert Einstein. What he says? He said, learn the rules and then play better. He says, knowledge comes from your experience. Don't be repetitive. Create values. Live in the moment, means enjoy each and every moment. Follow your curiosity. One should be very, very curious. And perseverance is priceless. Focus on the present. The imagination is powerful and make mistakes. So he put emphasis on that one should be focused on his present work. Allow your brain to imagine more and more things and just work on how to make it, how to bring it, and how to give shape it in the reality. He says that when you will do this, you will surely make mistakes and your mistakes will lead you towards the success. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much. Here you can pause your screen and go through what Sir Albert Einstein said and conveyed to us. Thank you.